So if you're here and you struggle when people around you aren't perfect, I want you to know that no one's ever going to be able to meet that standard. And you may have an expectation that is unhealthy and not going to help you feel like you belong, because you have this high expectation that no one else can reach. And if you're honest, you probably don't reach that standard. But it's easier to always find it in someone else and point it out in someone else. When I was a pastor and first started out, people would always give me advice, and they'd tell me hey, you did this wrong, and you did this wrong, and you did this wrong, and you did this wrong. And basically the way I felt is they were undressing me in public. For visual people, I'm sorry. But imagine someone right now saying, no, everything you're saying is wrong. And to me, it's like they're undressing me so I was naked, and then just leaving me. They're just leaving me naked. Thank you, Bruna. They were leaving me naked and exposed, very vulnerable, without building me back up. Without actually saying, hey, you did this, this, and this, but you're amazing, and I see the gifting, and I see the calling go on in your life, and actually speak life into me. Sometimes what we do is we find fault in others and just point out fault, rather than asking Holy Spirit, okay, that wasn't the best. Holy Spirit, how could I encourage? What life words could I give to that person? What could I say that calls them higher without making them feel like they're naked and vulnerable and scared? I'm sure that is not a very nice image. Mainly, yeah, it's not a very nice image. But the thought of sometimes in life, when people speak over you just negative words, and they just point out your flaws, and they can't see through and past your imperfections, when they realize they can't accept you for who you are right now, and they can't accept you for who you're going to be, who God's called you to be, they just leave you exposed. And that causes us to shut down our hearts and causes us to judge others and expect others, just like that person, to reject us. And so then we go around expecting that people are just going to reject us. How many of you have gone into either a new social setting and have felt okay, I know if I'm here, you just feel like someone's going to point out that you're different?